What's up, guys? Quick video. Just going to come out and make sure that any water in the system on the Vanley beacon has been drained out. This is a Truma AquaGo system, so this is a on-demand water system. So this is essentially how you're going to do it. You're going to put this down, open that up, pull this little filter out. There's a metal rod coming from the center of this. Then this is designed to be winterized with RV antifreeze, but this specific system isn't. And I'll simply take this, kind of stuff it in right there, and just let all the water drain out of this system. So what I'm also going to do is find the low point drains, and I'm going to make sure that there's no water in there as well. And the low point drains are inside of your wet bay right here. I'm just going to open that one and open that one. Well, a little bit of water coming out. And what I'm doing essentially is just clearing any water out of the lines. So if I was dealing with an environment where this was going to be in storage for a significant amount of time and we have a lot of deep freezes or hard freezes, then I would want to fill everything up with RV antifreeze. But here, you know, the hard freeze that we're going to have is essentially going to get down to maybe like 30 degrees, and it's not going to be for very long. So I don't have to worry about really maintaining the antifreeze in the line, or worrying about of any type of significant freeze that you might deal with in, you know, northern areas or areas where it stays frozen for a longer period of time. So I've drained both of my low point, I've drained my AquaGo on-demand water system, and then one final thing I'm going to do is go ahead and remove the water filter right here and purge any water out of it. There you go. These are all areas that you don't want anything to build up in. Take the filter out. It's actually a good time to go ahead and replace this filter too. So in my case, what I like to do is just barely screw this back on. Kind of like that. So that's pretty much it. Once I've done all this, I'm going to go inside of the RV, turn on the refrigerator, and just pump any water out. Take the filter out of the refrigerator as well. And again, just make sure there's no water in the line. Okay, so I am trying to push out or extend the galley slides. The batteries are completely dead, and they've gone dead within about a 3-week period, so I don't know what that could be. I have the small solar panel on the front pin box, and it is providing power. There's some type of a parasitic draw on the system right now, which is causing them to drain. There's nothing that would operate in there without either shore power or the power switch right here being on. Maybe the smoke detector or the carbon monoxide detector, but those shouldn't draw that much power. So I need to figure out what else is pulling current off of the system. But right now, this is a problem I'm dealing with. So I get in here and I want to extend the slides, and I can't. The screen just shuts off. And I can hear it trying to do something, and it may have something to do with how cold it is right now. It's about 38 degrees. But I'm unable to extend those slides. What about the front bedroom slide? Yeah, so I'm not going to actually try to extend that one very far. Okay, so I'm able to extend those. It's the hydraulic slides that I can't, and those are going to be the galley slides. But every time I try to, it shuts the screen off. Interesting. Probably gonna have to call the folks over there to see what's going on. And the reason why I'm in here to extend the slide is because I don't have access to the refrigerator with the slides in. And I can't open this door because it presses right up against this countertop here, and that door over there won't open either. If I try to, it only opens about that far before it makes contact with the island. So I can't open that one either. I need to be able to push this slide out. Maybe notching out this side of the counter, or not getting the wooden covers on the refrigerator. If those weren't there, I'd be able to open it up, and I can't take them off because of the way it's mounted up against here right now. So yeah, I'm kind of in a pickle here to figure out how I'm going to get into the refrigerator so I can drain the water and pull the filter out. Okay, so I let the batteries charge for a little bit off of the generator. It's been about 10 minutes, so it didn't take very long. But now I'm able to extend the slides. I'm going to extend them all the way, only because you really don't want to extend slides like midway and then bring them back in, because it can cause the rubber seal not to seat properly when it comes back in, and you might get some water seepage. So I'm going to push everything out. Okay, we are fully extended. Let's turn some lights on in here. Okay, we're back in business. So now I can open up the refrigerator, locate the filter, which is right here. Go ahead and pop the filter out. Like that. A little bit of water in there, not much. But I'm going to take the filter, go ahead and throw it in the sink right here, and just let it drain. Okay, so now I have the filter out. A little bit of water collecting here at the bottom, but that's what paper towels are for. Make sure no water is coming out of any of the sinks. And again, typically if it's going to drop below 20 degrees for a significant period of time, you're going to want to pump in RV antifreeze, and it's basically a non-toxic form of antifreeze that will keep your pipes from freezing over or anything like that. But it's only supposed to get to around 30 degrees, so I don't think we have much of an issue having to worry about that here. If you live in an area where you get really, really cold freezes, it is vitally important that you winterize your unit. Otherwise, you can come back to find pipes have burst, you have water on the floor when everything is thawed, of course. You know, things don't work anymore, and that's mainly because once the water's inside there and it freezes, it expands and it can crack everything. I really doubt that any of the pipes in here would actually freeze at the temperature it's going to be, given the relatively brief period of time it's going to be at freezing. And I actually plan on coming out here and kind of thawing everything out a couple times over the next couple of days, so I have an opportunity to make sure everything's in tip-top shape. But again, this is just a process that has to be done. Once everything gets really cold, it's best to try to get as much water out of the lines as possible. There's other ways to do it. You can use a cool pump system from LCI that permanently installs inside of your storage compartment, and it gives you the ability to not only blow out your pipes, but also fill them with RV antifreeze, which is pretty cool. And then the other route, of course, is to pump it in through your winterization system on your wet panel. Basically, you turn the knob so it goes into winterize mode and you can pump fluid into it. Or you can blow the system out using an air compressor with a relatively low PSI. You're going to want to do research to find out specifically what your manufacturer claims is okay. I think 40 PSI is what most people consider to be the safety margin in terms of, you know, using an air compressor to blow the system out. And you'd have to get, of course, a regulator to be able to bring that pressure down from the normal pressure your air compressor is going to pump out. But we're actually going to take this fifth wheel out one more time before they come and pick it up. A lot of people have wondered how many trips we've gone out on, and I counted. At first I thought it was 12, but it's actually 11, and I think I documented 5 of them, maybe 6 of them. But again, you know, when I take the RV out with the family, it's family time. I might film some of the surrounding areas, some of the things that are also there. We took it out a couple times just so we could go to some mountain bike trails so I could go riding. And, you know, it's just a very, very convenient place to come back to, especially with the huge storage on the back that allows me to bring my bike, because that's a big concern of mine. If I don't have that storage, then I have to have some type of a rack. I need to put it somewhere, and my wife doesn't appreciate it when I put it inside of the RV. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, winterizing your unit when it gets cold is incredibly important. So those of you who are just new to RVing and you didn't know you needed to do that, be sure you watch all the YouTube videos you can. There's tons and tons of content out there on how to do it. Go pick yourself up some RV antifreeze from Walmart and get your system all ready, especially again if you're in an area that experiences really hard freezes for prolonged periods of time. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again soon.